Hey folks, this is Hans. I just want to have a little sit and talk with you. Uh, Nothing real formal. Just let you know more about myself and what I want Silver Wolf to be. First off, for those who don't know, my name's Hans Allen, and I'm the one behind Silver Wolf Comics and Games. And I was a Marine for 4 years, and in that time is where I really got into tabletop games, specifically Warhammer 40,000. In high school, I was a bit of a nerd, and I played the Star Wars role-playing game and some D&D, but didn't really get into other tabletop games because there wasn't a store or a place for people to get together to do that for me to really get into things like Magic the Gathering, or other type of games like that, like Pokemon or some board games. But in the Marine Corps, I got into Warhammer 40,000. That was back in late 2003. So I've been playing and painting and putting models together for better part of a decade now, a little bit over 10 years on and off. And I love the hobby. I love how it gets people together to talk about the things that they did, the projects that they painted, or the conversions that they made, or the games that they played. I even just like standing around watching people play the game, and just talking about strategies and things like that. So I really enjoy the gaming aspect, and I like watching people play Magic the Gathering, and learning about it, even though I haven't played that much. It's very interesting to see the interactions of the cards and how the rules break down, and seeing how one person might outplay the other, even if they don't have the best hand or the strongest deck of the meta. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to build Silver Wolf to be about, is being a place where people can get together and not just buy the hobby stuff like the miniatures or the card games or the board games and the comic books, but to be a place where you can just hang out, spend some time, and get to know other people in the area who are into this, to bring your friends and to get them into the hobby, and just build this community of gamers and comic book enthusiasts that just want to share the thing that they love with other people. With the comic book enthusiasts, you meet somebody there who's hanging out reading a comic book. You can start talking to them about the comic books that you love, or the comic books that you enjoyed, and you can suggest different ones to somebody, or get a suggestion from somebody about a comic book that you may not have realized is really good, or you were thinking about getting into but you didn't know if it was worthwhile. And so I want to have a place for people to have those conversations, as well as a place for people to sit down and play with their friends. The tabletop games like Warhammer or Magic the Gathering, or board games like Settlers of Catan. And not just with their friends, but with other people, to meet new people and to build that gamer friendship, so that you don't have to go scavenging for somebody to play against. You don't have to try and call up your friends. Oh, they're busy, they can't do it, or whatever. Just come down to Silver Wolf, and somebody might show up, or that could be your gathering spot. Oh, we can't do it at one guy's house. Well, let's go down to Silver Wolf. They have room, they have tables. Let's go down and play, and we can do this. And then to go along with that, when you meet somebody new or bring a new person into whatever game that you want to play, it's about teaching them and showing them how to do it, but in a friendly manner. Teach them the ins and outs, show them how they can get better, so that they have a good experience and want to build the hobby, because that's what is really going to help keep this around, keep Silverwolf going, is getting your friends into playing these games and enjoying the hobby and showing them how much fun it is. And so that's really the core of what I want Silverwolf to be, is a community where people get together and have fun and build each other up inside the hobbies. Yeah, we want to be competitive, but what's the best way to be competitive is to play against other people who are good. And so, building each other up and making each other better players and having a good time is kind of the gaming philosophy that I have for Silverwolf. And I'm going to be doing things to facilitate that. For Warhammer 40,000, I'm going to conduct clinics on how to build and paint miniatures, strategy clinics where you learn the game, but you also learn about how to play the game in a general sense, so that you can pick whatever army you want, and you can think about all the questions that you need to ask to be able to play it effectively. And for Magic the Gathering, just finding somebody who can show people the ropes. I'm going to be putting in a lot of effort to learn the game. I know the basics, but so I can show somebody how. But to really learn the game, so I can show new people how to not just get into it, but to kind of move forward and excel at it, and learn to do things on their own. So they if they can't come, they can have that time where they play with their friends at home or at school or wherever. And so that's kind of the idea of Silverwolf, and why I'm so passionate about it is because I believe in community. When I was in the Marine Corps and I was playing Warhammer 40,000, there was a really great shop just outside of base where there was a really strong group of guys who would go and play all weekend. We'd be there Friday night, all of Saturday, most of Sunday, and we'd be there all weekend and just hanging out, talking, playing games, and having fun, and really developing some pretty good relationships. Some of my best friends while I was in the Marine Corps came from playing Warhammer 40,000 with guys at the shop, and that's what I want to bring to this area. That sense of togetherness and the opportunity for people to make new friends and enjoy themselves. And so that's why we asked for your help in the other video. We need to raise a lot of money to make it work. We've put in a considerable investment ourselves. We not only do we spend a lot of time, but we're setting aside money, our own money, to make this work. Unfortunately, because of federal regulations or whatnot, we just don't qualify for a loan. We don't have the collateral for it. And so that's why we need your help. We greatly appreciate all the likes and the shares of our GoFundMe campaign. It's always very encouraging to see people share it, but we also really need donations, even if it's small amounts. It'll help us get to our goal of $35,000, and yeah, it's a lot, and $5 may not seem like much, but if we can get people to donate 5 or 20, even 100, that would be great. We love that, but we need people to really get into this. And I've talked with a lot of people, and they've told me they really want it here, and well, that's why we've started this, is because people want this here. And so I decided to make the effort to try and really make this happen for this community, but I can't do it by myself, guys. Liking and sharing is great, but we really need the financial support, because otherwise we can't get this off the ground. We have till the beginning of November, really the end of October, to raise the money that we need to make this happen. And if we don't, well, we just have to kind of shut down the dream. I'm very willing to keep moving forward with this, but unless we get these funds, unfortunately we'll have to just shut it down and say game over. At least for now. Who knows, maybe in the future somebody else could get it started. But if you really want this to happen, if you really want this to be in our community and have a place for you to come and play and bring your friends and develop these relationships and develop this gamer and comic book community, then we need your financial support as well. You know, the donations, and like I said in the other video, and it's in our description as well, we're looking for people to loan us, do a loan with us. We'd be borrowing money from you, and we'd be repaying you at 5% interest. So you'd be making money over the long term. You can get more details from us by contacting us either through the GoFundMe site or on Facebook. The links to both of those will be in the description to this video down below. And so I'm just trying to be really honest with you guys about what we need and what help we need, because I really want to make this happen for this community and for the people who really want this. So if you can give and donate, we really need that. We also really need people who be willing to loan us money that we can repay later on down the line, because otherwise we it's just not going to happen, guys. And it kind of it hurts to say that, because I know what it means to quite a lot of you that I even tried, having had many conversations with different people and how excited they are, and I don't want to let you down, and I've worked really hard to make this happen for all of you, and myself, because I love the hobbies too, but I really want to make this happen for the community, because growing up without this, I can look back and see how much fun and how different high school and middle school even would have been for me if I'd had something like this. And so I want to give this to you guys, but I need your help in making it happen. So that being said, thank you for watching. Check the description below for a link to our Facebook site and our GoFundMe site, where you can get more information about what we're up to and what we need, and just how to get in touch with us. And I have an open door policy, where if you send me a message, I will do my best to get back to you in a hurry. And if you want to have a conversation over Facebook, I'll be more than happy to spend time with you doing that as well. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope to be able to say welcome to Silver Wolf Comics and Games in the future. Thanks.